Anti-graft investigations in Indonesia, removing several senior officials, including the head of a multi-billion-dollar free meals program as a key plank of Prabowo Subianto, that's the president's campaign when he ran for president. The newly appointed head says fewer new kitchens will be built, directing resources towards remote communities instead. Her predecessor removed over allegations of corruption and governance failures, adding to concerns over oversight and food safety. And more, we're joined by CNA's Chandni Vatvani live from Jakarta. Chandni, this free meals program facing budget cuts and more scrutiny, how will the government ensure there will be stronger oversight while also maintaining the reach of this program?
Well, in a press conference after being named, the new head of the National Nutrition Agency, Nanik Dayang, told journalists that they are now targeting budget efficiency across various spectrums. Ms. Nanik said that as part of these efforts, the agency will be taking a number of measures, and she listed 4 key points. Now, the first one is for them to be refocusing their beneficiaries to ensure that assistance is targeted properly. The second is imposing a moratorium on the establishment of new kitchens. The third, they plan to improve existing kitchens that have already been built and which are operating in order to meet the required standards so that those kitchens can then produce quality meals. Now, part of this improvement will include facility upgrades, training, and capacity building for staff. Now, Ms. Nanik also said that in the event that a kitchen fails to meet the required standards, the agency will suspend its operations until the necessary changes or improvements are made. She also outlined a 4th measure directing resources towards remote communities. Remember, while the program has been rolled out in urban and metropolitan areas, many border regions remain underserved. Take a listen.
Merealisasikan program MBG untuk daerah 3T, tertinggal, terdepan, dan terluar, dengan beberapa alternatif skema pelaksanaan agar tidak membebani APBN.
Now, the agency is also looking to partner with state-owned enterprises and private companies through CSR programs, as well as foundations and other stakeholders to support these program deliveries in remote areas. In addition to governance reforms, the agency plans to tighten oversight of service quality by taking recommendations as well from oversight institutions alongside other measures.
Now, Chandni, we're hearing there from Ms. Nanik, the new head of the National Nutrition Agency, and she's there because her predecessor was removed on allegations of graft. Now, arrest this week. What do they say about how far the current administration is willing to go to crack down on corruption?
Well, the arrests so far certainly indicate that the administration and President Prabowo is taking these matters quite seriously. And remember, he previously stressed that bureaucracy must operate cleanly to support national economic growth. And he has urged ministers and leaders to clean up their institutions without hesitation, saying that firm measures are needed against those damaging public trust. Now, we have seen arrests of the former head of the National Nutrition Agency and deputies for corruption. We've seen the former deputy minister for immigration services also arrested on bribery and extortion charges. And we've also seen the former deputy minister of manpower, Emmanuel Ebenezer Gerungan, sentenced to 4 years and 6 months in prison for a corruption case, yet again involving bribery and extortion related to the processing of occupational safety and health certifications.
Well, thanks. That's CNA's Chandni Vatvani speaking to us live there from Jakarta.